What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you have an incredible day and welcome to the first video since forever. Today with my top 5 tips and tricks for the game Mini Motorways. So with the game dropping on Steam very soon, I thought I'll give you guys a head start on the high scores with my personal top 5 tips and tricks I figured out while playing this game on Apple Arcade. Tip number 5, control the spawn, and this one, I can't really stress this enough, is one of the most important tips to this game, because let's say you're at the beginning of the game, just like this. So you're connecting your roads. The thing you 100% should do at least is place streets around the exits of the mall, because the last thing you would want to happen is to spawn another mall right next to this one. As long as you got streets, you might as well want to use them to create space, right? So you probably should put streets around the mall as well, so this does not happen and you have plenty of space for the future, because space in the center is really key. Tip number 4, split the houses. So after the second red mall spawn, you might just connect everything to the system, right? Well, in that case, the game would just send the red cars to whatever mall it wants. To make sure you have control, you should more likely create something like this, because that way you can know the houses are equally connected, and once one of the malls turns to a circle and has more demand, you can still connect more houses to that mall instead of the other one. Tip number 3, build color exclusively. So after you get more and more different colors, you might feel like connecting them because intersections are not that bad, right? Actually, it worked best for me to try to build as color exclusively as possible. So instead of this intersection, you might want to find a better way around so the different cars and colors don't get in each other's ways. In the beginning, this doesn't really matter too much, but especially in the late game, this can actually become crucial. You don't always have to necessarily keep this rule the top rule, but if it works without going too far around, it's definitely something to aim for. Tip number 2, don't go too far. So with houses spawning further away of the center, you shouldn't necessarily connect all of them to the street system, to the infrastructure, because sometimes it's just better if a car nearby drives 2 times instead of one car that's far away, goes all the way and maybe even blocking the center with roads that don't really have to be there. Tip number 1, carefully plan the exits of the malls. Now this one isn't really too much of an issue in the beginning, but once you're above 1000 points or maybe even 2000 points, this is definitely something that you should care about. Let's say I want to connect that blue house at the bottom right with the blue mall. The easiest thing would just be to go through the right side, right? However, with increasing demand, this is gonna create a traffic jam right at the exit, as this is the only place, every blue car has to go. No matter where the roads go, this is the one point that every car will have to go through. With that being said, it makes sense to make them all go the same way and then splitting up step after step like a giant tree or something. However, as you see here, it would also have been better to connect all the blue houses from the right than from the left. Should have seen that coming, but this shows definitely plan the exit and make that it's just a giant flow, more like a tree shape. Oh, and before I give you one last tip on top, let me just say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed something like this, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if there was any helpful tips for you. Consider subscribing, and the one last tip I'll give you: just never, really never choose the traffic light. It's just 100% useless. Seriously.